Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, TaurusBeats. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 121 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man RTO Beats for that just stupid intro. I love that joint. That's one of my favorite joints by him. So shout out to him. But yeah, we'll be using that for a little bit longer and then moving on to something else. What are we doing? Week 121. And we're starting to get into some different challenges now. And this particular week, I challenged the people to go to that place that they rarely go in their instrument or, I would just say their instrument folder or their sounds inventory. And that is percussion. We all have percussion in our drum sets, in our sounds, be it, just some straight up simple, like, tambourines or shakers or stuff like that, or you get into more world instruments like darbukas and stuff like that. And I said, dude, we need to really tap into that resource because there's some really good percussion that can be used within every genre, especially hip hop. And I definitely wanted to get this done. So I went to the people. I said, this is what I would like you to do this week. And we have 14 submissions this week. Two of which are brand new submissions. And then we have, is it two? Okay, two brand new submissions or submitters. And then we have one returning member. So let's kick this off, man. Let's just get into it. Starting off with a gentleman who did some great business last week, and cats are definitely talking and speaking on him. Shout out to my man LBIII kicking off the show. Let's go. Yes, sir. LBIII coming back for his second week. Week number 121 for everyone else. Yeah, dude, I like that. Said he mixed some world drums with a pop type synth over a house type beat. I wouldn't say it's a house beat. Definitely like a 4 on the floor kind of joint. But yeah, very, very cool, man. And you could see, first of all, it definitely sounds different from what we've been receiving because now you're using other elements within your music, other musical elements. And then it sounds different from the stuff that I've heard from him. Because like I said, I follow him on Instagram now. And, the joint that we heard last week, the clips that I've heard, this definitely takes your music in a different direction. didn't necessarily have to go with the world music angle, which it did, and it was very dope. But just adding extra elements, different elements from what you normally use in your joint. Yeah. Again, we're all about elevating and evolving, and my challenges are to get you from thinking inside the box. Basically, that's what it's all about. So shout out to LBIII for coming through with that one. That was very cool, my man. All right, let's go back over to the West Coast. Holla at my man, eHustle. Let's see what he's doing. Yes, sir. eHustle doing his thing. Yeah. He is on his way. He's definitely evolving, man. Like I said, he's been with us at this point a little over a year, and he's really just getting into a point where he's participating. And you can definitely, let's say, I can definitely tell from, the beats that I heard from him last year and spending time with him too. Now he's definitely evolving. He's doing more and inserting more into his music. So that was actually very dope. And his submission was saying, taking it back to Africa. That was cool. I like the percussion he used. I like the drums and the groove and everything that he did have in there. The one thing that it's missing, and it actually had two different patterns, but they kind of worked with each other. If it had one other short pattern that served as like a chorus, basically, or a bridge, and just as this one part for maybe like 4 bars or something, where it goes to this entirely different place, and it has some different instruments, like I don't know, maybe some brass or something. I'm just throwing that out there, and then it comes right back to that main pattern. That would have made that complete, big time. But I love the work that E is doing. I'm glad to see that he's evolving and he's participating more, and that's how it happens. You can come to CMA and you can be in the community, you can watch videos and all that kind of stuff, but unless you're going to actually jump in and participate on a regular basis and get these critiques and the love from the community as well and the viewers, you'll never know what you can do, man. So shout out to E for jumping in on a more consistent basis so far. Let's keep it going, my man. Thank you. All right, let's go back and holler at my man who came through a couple weeks ago, did some good business. Let's see what he's going to do this week. My man, Big Shad. Let's go. Yes, sir. Big shot. Man. Yes. I like that. And, again, I don't know a lot about Big Shot. I only know what we've talked about and, the submission he had a couple of weeks ago, which was pretty dope to me. But already I see what this has done, compared to the joint that we heard a couple of weeks ago, and you hear what the percussion has inspired him to do this week. High quality. I liked everything about that. I especially liked you had a really nice filtered bass and some other filtered sampled elements in there. You did have the percussion, like some bongos and a couple of other hand percussion elements. Very dope though. The drums, stupid. The main pattern, and then he had like a couple of vocal stabs or whatever in there, like computer vocal stabs or whatever. All around, man. Very, very dope submission. My man, Big Shot. Good job, sir. That's very dope. Thank you, my man. All right. Coming to a gentleman who is actually one of the, I'll say, founding fathers, almost. He was around in the first year, and I believe a little bit of the second year had to drop out for some personal reasons, but he just popped back up the other day, like, yo, I'm here. I'm like, I see. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back to CMA and the WHA, my man, RayGene. RayGene, that boy good. That was dope. That was very dope right there. Holy crap, dude. What do we say about that joint? Man, from the jump, from the moment it kicked in, from 0.1 or whatever, 0.01 or whatever, I was feeling it. And then as it built up and it evolved throughout. I mean, dude, that's how you arrange a track right there, straight up. Now, people are going to say, well, he had the piano line. That was the same all the way through. And he had like the filtered kind of spooky voice along with that playing throughout. But everything else around it changed and it just built up and it grew. And it had, you know, different sections around those main elements right there that were very, you know, that was the core right there. And everything else changed. Man, that was dope. Love the percussion that he did use in there. I loved everything about this joint. Especially, I think it got down to about the 130 or so, where it broke down. And then it was around the, I want to say about the 210, where everything kicked back in. I mean, everything. It's like he broke it down, built it back up, and then at the very end brought everything back in. It was like a crescendo, basically. Just, everything came in. Woo! RayGene. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Good to have you back in the fold. Quality. High quality, my man. Thank you, sir. All right, coming back to Metro Detroit. Holla at my dude who's been doing business lately. No One You Know. Let's go. I like the way that joint went out because it was fading out, but then it kind of dissipated where it started losing different elements and then it eventually just ended on that synth pad. High quality right there, dude. That's definitely the best track to date. Straight up. I like that a lot. Yo, that was nice. That was, and again, just, you know, I don't know. I haven't known No One until he actually joined. I haven't listened to his music, but just over these last, I think this is week 4 for him. Just over these last few weeks, you could see his elevation. And, you know, I'm going to say, yes, some of it has got to be the WHA, but I'm pretty sure he's working aside from that as well, implementing some of the stuff that we do at CMA and within the WHA, within the rest of his tracks. And that's what it's all about. It's not just about the assignment. It's about improving your music in general. And hopefully we get you some, you know, some placements and some licensing and make some damn money. That's what it's really all about. Let's be honest. But as far as this joint, stupid. I really loved everything about this. And I do mean everything. I love the choice, the selection of instruments he used and percussion, which, you know, he just kind of had the toms. And I guess you could say a clap is a percussion instrument or whatever. But just with that, if we're just going to count the toms, that's cool, because the way it was used and the way all the other instruments were built around it or with it, that's cool. But very dramatic and cinematic. I really, really, really liked that. Really enjoyed that, my man. I liked the way it was arranged and the way it broke down in certain places and brought certain things in. Dude, that's high quality. I love the cymbals. I especially love the hi-hats. I love that open hat is on point. I love that open hat. And I love the closed hat. I would say definitely bring that down just a little bit, maybe like a decibel and a half, and it would fit perfectly in that mix. Other than that, dude, very, very, very dope submission, my man. Glad to see you. Glad to have you aboard and glad to see you working. Real talk, my man. Woo! Good Lord. All right, coming to a gentleman who, once again, I met through the Hangouts, digitalhustlefilms.com every Friday night, 9 p.m. on YouTube. Come check us out. But yeah, I met through him, through the Hangouts, and we ended up getting cool because he's doing his own kind of talk show thing, and he's a producer as well, and we just got cool through that. Then he came to join CMA. He's been here for about a month now, and now he's finally decided to jump into the WHA. So, originally from Jersey, now down in Florida, my man, DJ Widebody. Let's go. Widebody! Woo! That's how the hell you make a damn debut. Jeez. And I've always known that he's had dope beats, you know, the last couple months that we've known each other and been cool. But that is how you do it right there. That's how you make an entrance. Jeez. Widebody. Yes, sir. Man. First of all, the drums and percussion selection in this joint, high quality, dude. The dirt that's on those drums and on those hats. Man, that was sick. I like the sample that's in there that's evolving or revolving the entire time. Great selection. I love how that was used. It did have some percussion elements in there that came in at the perfect time so you can hear and appreciate where it was when you did hear it. I really liked that. But, oh my God, that's what I'm talking about as far as great sound selection, sample selection, great samples, great arrangement. Overall, the mix is beautiful. I love the mix on that. The entire mix sounds like it has, you know, that dirt on it, as if it went through like a, I don't know, I'm going to assume like a SP 1200 or something like that. Man, that joint is nice. High quality Widebody. Good Lord. Finally got you in the WHA. And now that you're coming like that, it's only uphill from here, bro. You cannot come under the radar, under the bar, man. You got to come through with more stuff. Woo, high quality, dude. Thank you. All right, let's go holler at my man, OK Joey. Let's go.
Such a lovely melody is running through my head. Let me play it for you.
Okay, Joey. Woo, yes, sir. Joey stepping his game up. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was nice. That was nice. And kept it short. If you don't have anything else to say, hey, call it. But that was nice. Brought the bass up. Remember, that was an issue last week, but he brought the bass up. The bass fits perfectly with this track. Then the drums he used, very nice. He did have some percussion elements in there. Make sure you go listen to that before people try to say, oh, no, he didn't do it. No, he did. He did. They were kind of low and a little scarce as far as where they sat in the beat, but they were there. So I'm really cool with that. Overall, I like this track a lot, my man. Yo, that's dope what you did with that. Very dope. Kick and snare on point, the bass, the hats, the the little percussion like the tambourines, and I want to say he had shaker, yeah, congos. Those were in there. Yeah, dude, very well done. Would have liked to have seen again, kind of like a bridge part to where it just goes to an entirely different place and it has different instruments and a different sequence. Like I said, maybe like for 4 or 8 bars or something, and then it comes right back to that main pattern. But I do like what he did as far as like the pads or the sample, however that is, a synth sample, where it actually had a few different keys. It went up, it went down, it went up a little higher, came right back down. That was dope. Very dope. The arrangement on point. The drum work on point. And he's using the 5,000 on this particular joint. This dude, I can imagine what type of dude Joey is. Joey is that dude that he goes to work, he does his job, he clocks out, he goes home, he's in the studio, and he stays to himself. Hey, you know what? That's how you get paid. Don't get involved with none of this other garbage in the world. Joey, my man, way to come with it, my man. I'm loving to see your growth. Big time. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, let's go to our third debut of the week. 1-6 Music. Let's see what he's doing. 1-6 Music making his debut at CMA and the WHA. Nice, very cool. Definitely got some work to do though. Definitely. It was very cool in the sense of he did come through with the percussion. There was a decent amount of percussion in there, but it was definitely basically just like a one pattern thing. And the one pattern was cool. It definitely could have been filled out a little bit more with some other instruments. Definitely could have switched up to a different pattern because that main pattern was basically it. And then actually had different elements coming in and out. And then it actually stopped in a couple of places where he let the bass line kind of play out a little more. Or the synth line, I'll say that, play out a little more. But yeah, cool debut. We definitely got some work to do, and we will be doing it. But overall, pretty cool. I like the sounds that you chose. Definitely, we got to work. I'm just going to leave it at that, and we'll kick it offline, about what we need to do. But definitely glad to have you a part of the crew. And now it's all about the elevation and jumping in on a weekly basis or a regular basis and just stepping up the game. That's what you're here for, and that's what we're going to help you out with, my man. All right, let's go holler at my man. St. Louis represent DIXI Freely. Let's go. DIXI Freely. Jeez. He filter faded out. I like that. That's pretty dope. I don't know if I've ever heard that before, to be honest. And if I have, it's been very rare. That ending was very dope. The track was dope. It started off, I'm not going to front, and maybe you can see it in my expression as the track evolved. I was a little worried. I'm listening like, okay, this is cool. All right, this is cool. And as it kept going, like around like the 45 in that area, it switched up a little bit to a pattern where I wasn't 100% sure if I really liked it. It was like a double synth, if I remember correctly. And I'm listening like, okay, let me just kick back and wait. And then like the 105, where it just went, whoo! That's what I'm talking about right there. When I say take the beat into an entirely different direction at some places, that right there is exactly what I'm talking about, because it's almost a 180, you know what I'm saying, compared to the first half of the track. The second half is definitely a different song almost compared to the first half. Yo, the sounds he used and the synth, and I mean, dude, it was on point. I'm glad. And this is why I stress changing it up. Because like I said, in that first half, at least from like the 20 to the 105, around that area, it was okay. But it actually changed and it evolved. It turned into, like I said, something entirely different in that second half. That's why I'm stressing song structure and change ups and different patterns and sequences, taking the songs to different places. Man, DIXI, Doing good business, bro. Good job, my man. All right. Headed back to the West Coast. Holla at a dude that's been killing it. Every single submission, he has been on point. My man, Gemini 4D. Gemini 4D. Yo, I've never heard anybody use the big payback in that manner. Never. Woo! That was dope. That was dope. That was very dope. Yo, I like that. It kind of pisses me off because, you know, when I come up with all these different challenges and whatnot, and I come up with a lot of them like in our off season, truth be told, but a lot of them, many of them I come up with week to week, depending on what goes on in the world or whatever. But one of the things that I wanted to do this year is, you know, when we do our sample mutilation, I actually thought about doing James Brown Big Payback because it's been used so many times. I mean, we've done Nautilus was the very first one, and you know that's been used millions of times. So I was thinking, like, yeah, we could probably do, like, you know, James Brown Big Payback. I think that would be dope. Well, he kind of killed that. I like the way that joint was used, though, because he actually used the horn stabs out of there. I believe that's where those stabs came from. I could be wrong. But I definitely like the vocal parts in there. Now, didn't hear much percussion. I did hear one thing. I might have to go back and take a listen, but I one thing was very apparent as far as percussion, and I cannot remember the name of this particular percussion instrument. It's like a drum, basically, or yeah, it's like almost like a drum. And basically, I forgot the name of it, but what you do is you actually have like a rag or something and you rub on the inside of it. That's that noise. I cannot think of the name of that damn percussion instrument. That was in there. I didn't hear much else. I maybe have to go back and listen to it. Little ding there. As far as not having you know, more percussion in there. I think I heard like a tambourine. I could be wrong. But overall, I did like the track. I like the track. I like how it was sequenced. I definitely like the use of the James Brown joint and the other elements that came in, switching it up, flipping it up a little bit. Yeah, very dope, my man. I see you, man. I see you, Gemini. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go back down south. Holla at my man, DJ Lockturnal. Is it just me, or when Locke comes around with his submission, when his submission is played on the podcast, no matter what happened before, you're just in a damn good mood? Am I the only one that happens to? Yo, that was dope, man. Yo, I like that a lot. A lot. I do mean a lot. That was dope. But like I said, it has a very good vibe. It makes you feel damn good listening to it. Makes you want to move, get up and dance, or that's something where you're cruising or whatever. It just makes you feel damn good. That alone, the sounds and the tempo and the overall feel of that particular track alone makes me love it straight up. And then we get into, he used some percussion, and I like the drums and the sequencing that he used. I like the sounds. The use of the high synth, which is pan to the right, if I'm not mistaken. The use of that and how many times it switched up throughout the song, playing different notes and different arrangements. That just carried it. That's what I'm talking about. That right there carried the entire song because it kept changing up, and it just added on every other element or part of the sequence in whatever part of the song. It just carried it and just made things so much better than what it already was. It was already dope. And then that on top of it, just mwah. Woo! Lock. My dude. Never fails. And please don't. My dude. Thank you. All right, let's go holler at my dude, who's actually on vacation right now, if I'm not mistaken. My man, TaurusBeats. Let's go. the good brother, TaurusBeats. Good Lord. And look, what he says in the beginning of his submission is perfect. I'm digging in areas of sounds I haven't touched in years. That's what it's all about. Take you out of the box. And we've already been seeing a growth and an evolution with Taurus. We've been seeing that this year. Very good to see. Like I said, this is technically the third year he's been here, but he came in at the very end of the first year. And he has participated a nice amount over the last couple of years, but this right here, whoo, this is nice. What he's been doing as of late for 2016, this plays right into that. Totally different sound. Totally different sound. You could tell it's Taurus, but again, he's using an entirely different sound bank at this point. I love the percussion he did use in there. I love the fact that, and like I said before, Taurus, you could tell it's a Taurus beat. If you've been listening to Taurus, you could tell it's him just by how it feels and how it's structured and whatnot. But he's been using different sounds, and the overall sound of the music has been different. But if you know his style, you know his style. But when you hear stuff like this, especially with that synth bass that kind of had almost like dubstep elements with the modulating and whatnot, that kind of thing, yo, that was stupid. That was nasty. There's nothing else to say about that track. Excellent job, bro. Woo, Lord. This dude is killing it. Killing it. Thank you, sir. All right, let's head back out west and holler at my man, RTO Beats. there's beats you can nod or bob your head to. And then there's beats that you just sit there like, what? I only have one thing to say about that beat. Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. Figure it out. That was incredible. Dog. What the hell? Talk about a beat that starts here and ends up over here. Talk about an experience within a beat. Talk about a standout track for that particular project that it's on. Zero to 40. Nuts. Actually, I think it was a little after that. I'm going to say about the 50. Nuts. 1 minute to 125. Sick. 125 for the rest of the damn song. Stupid. Good Lord. Holy crap, dude. He actually went, and for those of us of age, or those of us who have heard it, even if you're not of age, he went and hit the I think it was the very end of the Beastie Boys' License to Ill, where the joint was going backwards. Vroom, 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 vroom. Actually, no, that wasn't the end. That was right before Hold It Now. Was that Paul Revere? It's been a while since I've listened. Anyhow, that's what that last third or whatever, last part reminded me of. Good Lord. RTO is nuts, man. He is out of his damn mind. And I'm just going to go back to this. Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. Figure it out. RTO. Good Lord. And now, closing out episode 121, my man, Mr. Wallace.
And I mean, it might be the only commercial value song on the damn tape, but what I'm saying is this. It's my favorite song. You didn't get voted in, dog. Voted in. The truth is this. It's got commercial value. Cause motherfuckers ain't gonna understand what you're saying, cause they're too damn ignorant. They don't listen to lyrics. They want this motherfucker saying some shit that they don't understand anyway. Talking about killing it and shooting. selling dope, getting high and stuffed up and shit like that. That's what kind of this they wanna hear. And hey, look, let me tell you something. Niggas is more into what other people think than what they think for themselves. They don't think for themselves. It's too damn ignorant. That's why we're down now, because we don't understand ourselves. Doggone it. I drink my damn father. This shit is getting to me. I drink right now, too.
Mr. Wallace closing out episode 121 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Woo! That was dope. Very dope. Very Wallace. Excellent job, dude. Had some percussion in there. Did have like a tam and I think I heard like a conga and, you know, stuff like that in there. Some shakers. Very dope. Love the drums, the drum work, of course. Love the sample. All of that stuff. Love the arrangement and the parts where it dropped out, where it just had the vocal sample. Really dope. Very dope arrangement. Very dope feeling and everything. Overall, sick track. Now, we got to speak on the motivation behind the track. He was actually working on the track earlier this week and actually had the track going in one direction and unfortunately got some bad news. A good friend of his from college ended up passing. I'm not sure of how, doesn't matter. But yeah, somebody that was obviously very close to him. And that actually changed the entire direction of the track. And he emoted. I don't know if grieved is the right word, but he translated his feelings and what he was dealing with into this track. And I definitely hear it. I definitely see it. I definitely feel it. I love this joint. For real. This is definitely one of my favorite Wallace joints right here. Big time. Big time. I like that a lot. And we got to give a major shout out to Khalif Jama. May you rest in peace. May you rest in peace. I did not know you. We did not know you, but you're a part of the family because Rod is a part of our family. So may he rest in peace. May he be accepted, hopefully, in heaven, if you believe that kind of thing. And major love and energy going out to his family. Dope. This track was dope. Thank you, Wallace, for sharing that with us. Real talk, my man. But that's what it's all about. We got the assignment, and you know what I give in the assignment is what I would like to see, and it's a part of, you know, helping us grow as producers, as musicians. But when you have an opportunity to, I'll say this, when I was rapping, I would call what I was rapping, what my content matter was life music. I was motivated by what was going on around me and experiences that I was dealing with and seeing. You know, it wasn't always me from my standpoint or viewpoint. But this is the kind of stuff that I do. And I really appreciate the effort that Rod put into that, because he could have not participated. He could have just done something else, but he decided to take what he was dealing with within the week and translate that through the track. And he did an excellent job of it. So major shout out to Mr. Wallace for that. And again, rest in peace to Khalif Jama. All right, that's it. This was an excellent episode. I really, really, really liked it. So shout out to Mr. Wallace, RTO Beats, TaurusBeats, DJ Lockturnal, Gemini 4D, DIXI Freely, 16 Music, OK Joey, DJ Widebody, No One You Know, RayGene, Big Shad, eHustle, and LBIII. And thank you, the watcher, the listener, the people that support us every single week. If you enjoyed this podcast and any of our podcasts, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a share on all of your social media and let everybody know what you're listening to and what you're enjoying every single week. And if you would like to be amongst the great talent pool at CMA, Come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. I'm done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.